to another exciting episode of ZoeTV. It's always good.
It's always good.
It's always good to start with our favorite segment, our resident of inspiration. So,
yes.
Pat Freeman, you got put on the spot this week from Nancy Proctor.
What a delightful surprise.
What an unbelievable.
Oh, we love it.
We do love it. And Nancy loves you.
Yes.
She talks so glowingly about everything you do for the campus and your relationship and what's your thoughts as a whole, and then maybe just on that dynamic of Nancy and what you guys do.
Well, Nancy's a very special person. She's been helping in the library almost as long as I have. And she's willing to do whatever she can. So as her health capabilities have changed, I've been able to modify what she was doing to help the library, and she certainly is giving us gold now.
Oh, she is.
So,
she's special. She's special. So let's back up and hear a little bit about your background, what brought you to Glencraft, how long ago that was, and kind of maybe
Where
a little
you
bit of
lived.
timeline of what brought you here.
well, I'm kind of an example of women my age. I married at 18 and I had my fourth child at 23, and then at 33 I divorced and got a bachelor's degree and went to work in an area that I was totally inadequate in.
Which was what?
Accounting.
Oh.
You're not a bean counter.
Not a bean counter.
No.
In the third grade I fell out of math.
Yeah.
But if you're going to graduate at 38 and have to work the rest of your life, you need a job that you can do physically. And so that's one reason I chose accounting.
Wow.
Smart.
But I used it to pay for a master's in counseling.
Oh, okay.
And my last job was working as a crisis counselor for Taros.
Oh, I love
Taros.
Taros.
Loved it. And I loved it. I was going all over Maricopa County, meeting the most phenomenal people in the most interesting and desperate situations.
Oh, I bet.
It was an education. I no longer am afraid of ending up on the streets of Phoenix because I know what to do.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's a great organization. I mean, they have been around for a long time and very successfully.
Yes. And it started out as one drug head helping another drug head.
Yes.
So,
Who knows it the best? It was
Right.
exactly who should be helping. Yeah.
So where did you grow up then? Where did you do your schooling, or where were you first married and had your kids? What part of the
Kansas,
country?
Iowa, South Dakota, and Colorado.
Okay.
And then I married a military person, so I moved after that also. And then in 1973, I ended up in Mesa with the children. And my moves have just been west.
Okay. All right.
You've crossed the valley. Wow.
So next step, Blythe.
Yeah.
Well, so you've really seen this. I mean, that's a long time, 1973 on Mesa. So you've seen this community in Phoenix and everything develop.
Yes.
A lot.
Good perspective, as it you.
I have lived here my whole life. Now, what about your kids? Are they still here?
No, they're not. And it works well for all of us.
Okay.
Being military brats, they were raised to be independent because they didn't know whether Dad was going to be around. And if I became ill, they would have to fend for themselves for a little bit. So I trained them to take care of themselves. They've done a wonderful job.
And where are they? What parts of the country?
Well, there's one in Prescott and another in Colorado and one in Idaho and the other's in Texas.
Oh, well,
Spread
nice
out.
places to visit.
Well, yes, if I like to travel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you stay put. Now you're active on Glencraft's campus, so you're
Right.
out and about. We see you all over,
Yeah.
and you're big in the library. What are some of the other activities that you enjoy doing on campus?
Well, for a couple of years, I was helping in the marketplace.
Okay.
But then I had some food-related health problems that cut my energy down. And so I'm not able, I don't have the stamina anymore to do a 4-hour shift.
Gotcha.
And while the body is in better shape now, it's still, that stamina isn't quite there. And I, of course, won't attribute it to the fact that I'm a couple of years older.
No, I don't think that has
Nothing to do
anything to
with
do with it.
That's funny. So we all went through COVID together.
And the staff did a wonderful job.
Well, that's good to hear. That's,
Thank you.
It was definitely a team, and we learned so much going into this battle that's coming in terms of the fall, and we don't know. And
Right.
The
And-
numbers are up in the county. I mean, there's no denying it. You turn on the news, and it's
Back.
it's back. But we did learn a lot. But how did you? What would be a silver lining coming out of COVID that first time in 2020 that you maybe gained a little new perspective, or you kind of thought, I learned this about myself?
Yeah, would be very difficult for someone to live through the resident part of that without having to learn how to live with themselves.
That's a good perspective. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
because the only thing we saw was the person delivering food. That was it, unless there was a dire need elsewhere.
You're right.
So I'm now in my 4th round of reruns on some of the TV.
Well, I do that even without COVID. But what do you really love to watch?
It varies. You know, I've become... One of the things the library just did was Ross gave us space for 3 bookcases, and we put all of the romance books in them.
Oh,
So you now, on the wall where the puzzle bookcases, where you have next to them all of the romance novels.
Okay.
Okay. And they all look the same.
They all look
they're
the same.
all colors.
yes.
But I've discovered hallmarks.
Oh, you know what? I have never watched a Hallmark movie, but my friends all love them. And they all say they're all the same. They all
That's
end
the
happy.
Same story, same story. In fact, I think they use the same script.
Yes.
The only thing they change is the background.
Right, and they even use the same characters, I've heard. So,
My.
Oh, yeah, oh, yes. But in an environment that has as much change and as much pain as what we have lived through the last few years in the United States. It's sort of like going to a fountain of stability that you know doesn't exist, but it's a myth you
Yes.
temporarily
Yeah,
need to
escape.
believe in.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And
Well-
you're right. It's not too easy to be depressed watching those because you kind of know what's coming.
Yeah, they hit all the myths we were raised with that
Yeah.
didn't happen. With people.
What? Not the happily ever after?
Yes. Oh, God.
I bet you were a good influence in your background in counseling and everything that you learned in your education through COVID, though, for others. I bet you were a pillar to lean on. I mean, you seem like you have a good, intangible, intuitive, like, how to get through things.
Yes.
Like
I would say so too. Mm-hmm.
Well, I know how I get through things. And sometimes asking the right questions helps others get in touch with how they get through things. Because one of the things I've learned is that each of us is different. And each of us is responsible for ourselves. Others can ask questions and provide information, but I'm the one who has to live my life, as are each of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that has to answer to me for the
Mm-hmm.
decisions I've made
Sure.
and dig myself out. So,
And that is definitely the lesson in tarots, don't you
Oh,
you
yeah.
think you realize?
and
And it's amazing stories that you've seen, I'm sure, come out of
Yeah.
that.
and especially on the mobile crisis side, because we would be there for a short period of time and then cross our fingers that, no, they would not commit suicide.
I
You
know.
have to make that decision.
Yep.
All right, we're almost out of time, but I think I love our interview, but the exciting part for me is hearing who's impacted
Who's
you
next?
and who's going to be in the chair next week and has inspired you to live better. So the floor is yours. Who are you going to put in that chair next week?
I'm going to put Judith Adams in this chair next week.
Judith
Nice.
Adams.
Yeah, I worked with her in the marketplace, and someone who would be frustrating me, she could talk to for 3 or 4 minutes, and they were just like this. So I was learning from Judith
Yeah,
on that
she-
one,
you-
and she helps everywhere. She has helped in Providence Place, in the marketplace, in the activity center, in their desk, and in the thrift store, and everywhere you go, you find Judith.
And always smiling.
Yeah, that
Always
smile. I
smiling.
said that was the biggest curse of COVID was that mask covering up her smile.
I know.
Oh, yes.
She is.
Absolutely.
Well, that is a really good choice.
Great choice.
So I think she's the epitome of
No,
what's
she is.
good about
Awesome.
Glencora.
I
Well,
would
we
agree with
appreciate-
you.
We appreciate you being here. That was great insight and I think really good perspective. And I think you might get a lot of residents that didn't know you had that background before knocking on your door saying, "Can we talk? I need a little help." And I wouldn't blame them. So it might be us. First and
Yeah,
second.
we'll be right
We'll
over.
knock.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Pat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are so happy to once again have another new resident spotlight.
Right? Well, new because COVID changed
Yeah, news is kind of a loose
the
term.
last year.
So, Don Shadt, who I have gotten to know really well on our outings to the Wigwam, time on the Magic Box, just a lot of time together. But Don, and you'll speak to this, but it's been on campus for just about a year. Is
Yes.
that right? So, Don, why don't you just walk us through a little bit about your journey, where you came from, what brought you to Glencroft, and then we'll dive into your new life here on campus.
Okay, I came from Milwaukee. I came here in 1979,
Oh, to Phoenix.
so I've been here a long time.
Okay.
And I worked for Sunshine Service in the warehouse as customer relations. And
And what does Sunshine
Yeah.
Service do? What?
they're a nonprofit organization, and they rent out. They don't even rent it out. It's just a donation type thing. Wheelchairs, beds,
Okay.
electric beds,
Okay.
Wow.
all that, and they're located in Sun City.
Oh, wow.
So they're a very good organization.
And you were in their customer service line, so you
Yes,
were
yeah.
facilitating customers and
Right.
interaction. That's cool. Yeah,
Right.
that's-
And we also delivered.
Okay.
We had a big truck that we took out and delivered. So that was real nice. I left there and I came here because I heard about it.
Yeah.
I'm 83 and I'm retired. So I decided to try to live this life, and I really enjoy it. It's something different. I've never expected to see this.
Oh, that's
What a good
that
story.
is a good story.
Now, when you made the decision, did you look at other campuses, or you just heard about Glencroft and then you came here and it was?
I
like-
looked around and I found this to be the best.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. We
So-
are the best.
And did
we
you
made-
live on this side of town?
I lived in Sun City.
Oh, okay.
Now, tell me this: when you made the decision to come, it was during COVID or before COVID, or was
It
that
was before
impacting your
COVID.
decision? So it was before COVID.
Right. It was before COVID.
Okay. All right.
I think it's about a year and a half. I'm not sure
yeah.
exactly.
Okay, but you moved in and shortly after
Right.
COVID hit and
Right.
changed everybody's life.
Oh,
Yes.
you bet.
Now,
Yeah.
go back, because I know we've talked a lot about your background in sports and what you enjoyed in your hobbies, and that's where we try to get you involved on the golf, because that was a big part of your life, and even in Sun City, playing golf and enjoying being outside with your buddies. But I always tell people about your bowling background, because I don't know very many good bowlers, but you are a good bowler. There's
Okay.
like good bowlers, and then there's you. So tell
Well,
us your background.
I started, my mother took me bowling when I was 12 years old, and she was a good bowler. and she taught me how to bowl. And from there, I just bowled all my life. I love that sport.
Like in leagues, you bowled in.
Oh yes, I bowled in leagues. At the age of about 25, I could have gone pro, but I just didn't think the money was there, and it wasn't there at that that age. It's not like golf where there's a lot of money in it. So I decided not to do it. But I still love bowling very, very much.
Okay, so let me ask you this: is it easier to get a perfect game in bowling or hit a hole in one?
Ooh.
Harder to hit a perfect game.
Harder to throw a perfect game bowling than hit a hole in one.
The golf is it has some authority, or it has some experience, but you have to have the luck to bounce in the hole.
Yeah.
I would say they're probably both pretty close.
I would say they're close.
That's a really good
Yeah.
question.
To preface, I've asked him this before because I think about this one a lot. Because perfect game, you have to have a little luck there. You have to have 10 frames of just precise throws.
You could have a crossover and still carry a strike, so you could make a mistake, but it's got to be a good mistake if you make it.
There's
But-
a lot of skill involved.
Right.
Yes,
And
yes.
Golf
Oh,
hole,
gosh.
I've seen some golf hole-in-ones in my day that this guy had no business making that shot. And it kind of caromed off a rock and bounced
Right,
around and
right.
had it found a way in the hole.
So there is some luck to that, but there's
I think it's harder to have a perfect game.
Yeah, I would go with that.
I think that's my take.
You know, with all my
That being
experience.
said, how many do you have? How many perfect games do you have?
5.
How many hole-in-ones do you have?
1.
Wow. You have both?
Yes,
I
both.
guess he could speak from real
How many times have you been hit
experience.
by lightning?
Never.
Okay, so I put that right up there.
Okay.
But I got to say that I love golf a lot more than bowling right now.
Okay.
I've hit the bowling. I'm done with it. I'm trying to achieve golf. I've been self-taught, and as you know, you've helped me a lot.
Yeah, we have fun together.
I know that 3 things that really helped me with. You helped me with the leg. You helped me with the swing, and you helped me with the hitting it straight at the time of hitting the ball.
Yeah.
And that made the whole world difference with me.
Well, what I enjoy at your age, the fact that you're going out and trying a sport you like, but you didn't really commit to, or really.
Right.
If you have a bad shot, you're not beating yourself up like the bowling would drive you bananas to not do what you used to do. But to learn a new skill within the game that you like at this age is what it's all about.
See, if you like a sport like bowling, I achieved that. Now I want to do it in golf.
Yeah.
So
Great
Well,
goal.
we've got great goals for you to get out and play 9, play 18 when the weather turns.
Right.
You're a part of our Parkinson's golf team. You go out there, you're one of the captains on the team, and I think that's what's been so fun is even though there is no Parkinson's in you and you don't have that aspect, that you can go with our Parkinson's residents and help.
And
they're great.
And be
Yeah.
a champion
and they're a
for
great
them.
group of people
Oh,
also.
aren't they? They
Yes.
are really.
It's
you got a
jaw-dropping
good
and inspiring to
group.
watch them out there trying.
Yes.
And to have residents like you that are an ambassador to what we're really trying to do and uplift them on this and make sure they're on the shuttle and safe, and you really do help. I mean,
Well, it's a great. I feel it's really great for me. It gets me out. I can't believe how active I am here. I mean, I walk my dogs every day.
Yep.
I work out every day. I go in the pool and we do exercising. It's just great.
Well, that's my next thing I was going to talk about is the pool, because I think I try to get so many residents to understand what we're doing in the water and how beneficial the water is for balance and strength and mobility and circulation. And oftentimes I get, I've been in the pool in years, I don't think I can do it. And I think you're good testimony to what we're doing in there. So if you want to talk a little bit real quick about like, how is the experience of the pool beneficial to you and why others should try it?
Well, I think the exercising, because of being in the water, it doesn't hurt you like it would do if you go out and exercise. And I think I get a bigger benefit out of that type of exercising. And I know that I don't have Parkinson's and I don't have a problem. I know that you work me a little harder.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that.
Yeah, no, you do. I know you do. Well, I mean, that's the idea that people should understand is it truly is customized to the person.
Right.
Right.
Even though we're in a group setting,
You could do what you want.
everybody has their own little niche they're
Right.
working in. But at the end of the day, we're having fun in there. We got the music on.
Right.
I won't
And
tell
now
you.
you have
It's
the air
basically
on.
like controlled chaos with our dodgeball.
And you have the
basically
air on.
playing water polo with
Oh yeah, basically.
But we have
Okay,
fun.
so Olympics.
Right. I'm trying to get my wife to come down,
Yep.
but it's kind of hard on her yet. So
Yeah, I know. She's got some physical limitations.
yeah, she's had some
but
problems.
You know what? But to her, she's tried and she keeps plugging away.
Right.
And I mean, that's great. But you got a good lifestyle here.
Yes, I do.
I mean, I think that at the end of the day, you're the wave that's coming our direction. The baby boomers and you guys are coming, and I think that it's important to see you're processing this because coming in COVID was hard because you didn't get to
yeah.
experience everything we can do,
Right.
and now
No.
you've gotten a really good taste of it. And coming from Sun City, where we have a lot of our marketing in play because we're the next logical step for them. I often get in conversations of, is Glencroft the edge of a cliff, or senior living in general, is that compared to what my life is now? And I would say that you would be a good testimony that that's not the case, that your life can improve
Right.
coming out of a situation where you
It's
get
not
some,
like you're just being put in a shell or something.
No,
You're active and
things
it's
have
very
changed.
good. I
Yeah.
enjoy it.
That's
I
right.
really enjoy it.
So what things, looking back on your life, did you cling to from a work perspective, from schooling, sports, that helps you today? I always ask people, like, what growing up influenced you the most, some decisions you made later in life? Like, is there,
I think one of the things was being very active and exercising and keeping my body in good shape. I think I'm in good shape for my age right now.
Yeah.
So that helps me do things I want to do. I guess that's really why I feel good about myself.
Yeah.
And if you feel good about yourself, you can do things.
Right.
And
that's
that's
it.
what's nice.
Well, I know we've talked about, and I think everybody reaches a point in their life where you lose friends, you lose people around you, and you're like, I'm not kind of in the same age as. And we've talked about that. You have a lot of friends that have passed. Do you
I've lost a lot of friends. I can think of, not one person, but couples, which is really hard.
Yes.
Really, and especially in the service, I really meant a lot. I was in the Air Force for 4 years, and it's something that I really had a lot of friends, and they're all gone. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got 2. No,
Well,
But you're
I'm
making
starting
new
to make
ones
new
here.
ones now.
Yes.
making new friends now is nice. It's not the same as when you were younger, though.
I know.
It is different.
It is
You're right.
different.
As we age, it's harder.
People don't get to really know you.
Yeah.
I mean, if they really know you, how you feel, and what you're all about, that's a big difference.
Yeah, truly how you're wired as opposed
Right,
to, yeah.
right.
But I'm with you. I think that's what makes Glencroft a special campus, is that the opportunity is there to really get close with others. Like
Yes.
whether it's through Bible
And be
studies and
involved.
church or all the activities Ross does, like you have the opportunity to connect. And I
Yeah.
think that's what's missing in senior living is people get isolated and despite COVID.
Right.
And you stay in your little box and don't venture out.
I get it every day from my wife. My wife loves it here, and she keeps on saying she loves it here, and that makes me happy also.
Oh, it matters a lot.
You're an
Yes.
important piece of this puzzle, man. You are.
Thank you.
I see it on a daily basis, the way you influence
enjoy it.
others and you uplift them. I mean, you're quick to joke and you're quick to be laughing, and that's contagious. And that campuses in general need more of those bodies.
I
The
agree.
laughing and
is always good.
this
Right.
guy's a great singer. He's in
Not
the pool
really.
singing. You're
I don't have that good a voice. I love to
a better
sing.
singer than Bowler.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm better bowler than singer.
Done.
I just love the 50s, and you play the 50s.
I do. I love playing the
and
50s
I love
for
all
you.
those songs.
Yeah.
I can't shut up, I guess.
No, you do great. But that's what it's all about in that pool, is just singing, laughing,
And having
Enjoy.
throwing the balls around.
I enjoy.
Yeah.
It's fun. So, Don, we appreciate you being here.
Thank you very
We
much.
love having you on this campus, and you're an influencer, man.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Okay, what a show.
Oh, it's
Love those two guests.
yes.
Don Shadt special. They're both special.
They're both special.
Pat Freeman
And you
special.
learn so much.
All right, we're almost out of time, but I'm going to give you the floor because we've got some big news about
Oh, yes, we
graduation
do.
from Glencroft University. 3 years in this journey, and we're on the
Yes.
finish line for the first class.
Well, you know, we've completed 5 semesters, and we have 12 graduates. And I'm telling you what, they earned it. They were
worked their
there,
tail off.
they showed up, they
Yep.
learned a lot.
Yep.
So we're going to be doing the graduation on September 8th here on our campus. We're going to make it a big deal because it is a big deal.
big deal.
And unfortunately, we're not going to open it up to the campus because we're going to let each graduate pick
Yep.
3 to 5 people
Yep.
to come, and then we're inviting all the presenters from all 5 semesters
Yep, board of directors.
and the board of directors, and so
But it'll be live on Channel 4.
they can watch it
Yep.
from home. We
Yep.
would love for you to watch it, and we'd love for you to come out and participate because there are a lot of people really close.
Well, that's what I was about to say real quick is, yeah, we got through across the finish line a dozen, but there are so many right on that edge. So this is a big semester to get those accrued credits across. So if you think you're close, I want to know, we have a list posted in the Performance Center.
so they could know.
Absolutely. So
All
with
right.
that, ZoeTV is done for this week, and we will see you
See you
next
next week.